Hi everyone, welcome to Billy Fitzgerald Golf. And today we're going to talk about some things to help you get out of the bunker. Now, the first thing we need to do is look at what your setup and what are you doing in your setup. That's one of the biggest things, because if you're not set up correctly, this can be an awfully difficult shot instead of one of the easier shots because there's no ball to club contact. So we have to set ourselves up so we don't hit the golf ball. We want to hit a little bit of sand before the ball. Okay, so there's no ball to club contact. We don't want to have too much sand, but enough so we're not catching ball first as well. So the very first thing that I would say is that we have to examine this golf club a little bit. We have on the bottom of the club, which is called bounce, or there's a bevel, or there's a little edge. It's kind of like a half circle. Okay, some clubs have more bounce than others. So you want to be able to expose that bounce because you want to hit the bottom of this club, not the leading edge. Now in softer sand, you might want to use a little bit more bounce. In harder sand or more compact, a little less bounce. So depending on the condition, is sometimes you have to dig a little more, sometimes you want this club to float. This right here is pretty good sand, so you know, it's kind of in between. So we're going to open the face up a little bit, and the reason why we do that and how we do that is that if I just set the face square in my hand, right, the leading edge is sitting on the ground or sitting on my hand, which we don't want because we don't want that to make first contact into the sand. So we got to open the face a little bit, and what that does is it lifts the blade off of the sand. So I'm hitting with the bottom of the club. That's the most important asset in this golf club, is the bottom of it. So we want to hit the bottom of this club. That's all I'm thinking, is hit the bottom of the club on the sand. Now the next thing is ball position. So when you set up, our ball position is going to be just left to center. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is you want to dig your feet in. So what that does is, yes, there's stability in there, but it also lowers my bottom out point again, so I hit sand, not golf ball. Okay, so I think that about covers it. The last thing that I would say is that you want all of your weight on your left side. Even though we're going to be opening your body up a little bit, there's no need for forces to go back and forth from your right to your left. Okay, just like a short game shot, or when we get close to the green, we want to stay right on this lead leg. Okay, so you might even want to tilt forward a little bit, right, to put most of this pressure on this lead leg. So now when we swing, it kind of acts as our pivot. We're just pivoting around this lead leg. Okay, so now that we've got our checklist here, we've got ball position is going to be slightly forward. We're going to dig our feet in. Okay, as far as opening or closing your stance, in my opinion, I would even like to feel like it's a little closed, just so it gets this right hip a little farther away from the golf ball. So you're gonna open the face first. Okay, when we talk about opening the face, exposing the bounce, you want to open the face first and then grip it. Don't just grip it and twist the face open like this. Open the face first and then grip it. Okay, so since we're not hitting the ball, we need some speed. So a general rule of thumb is that you're trying to get the sand out of the bunker. You're trying to get the sand at least up to that top lip. Okay, so we need some speed. Too many times I've seen people with either no hinge, so trying to feel like they're trying to hit a bunker shot like this. If we want speed, we want your hands to work, so we got to have some hinge. The other thing is make sure that your backswing is long enough. I would rather have you have a lot of backswing and almost decelerate into it than a little short swing and try to gather speed on the way out, because most of the time you're just going to hit it fat. So we want speed. We want enough speed and enough length in your backswing so we can get the sand out of the bunker. Okay, I would say probably people ask me, do I aim for the, back of the ball, middle of the ball? You've heard the dollar bill situation. I'm just acting like that golf ball is another grain of sand to me. I'm more interested in getting the sand out than this golf ball. Obviously I want the ball to go out, but it's just another grain of sand. Okay, so we're gonna dig our feet in. we're gonna open the face, then we're gonna grip the club. Okay, ball's just left to center. I'm gonna lean forward. Now I've got these levers here. Okay, so I want enough lever where I can feel like I can get the face of the club to go through the sand. We'll make a practice swing here. Through the sand and get the sand to get out of the bunker. Okay, so the sand got out of the bunker there. Okay, so now we're just gonna hit one. So I'm gonna lean left. It's just another grain of sand here. Okay, pretty darn good. So you can see it was almost like a full swing. Okay, I certainly wouldn't take that much swing unless I was trying to hit a super flop around the green, but you know, from a different lie. All right, so I certainly want to feel like I've got a lot of hinge, you know, enough swing where I don't feel like I'm struggling to gain speed on the way down. So again, we'll do that again. Ball's just left to center, got my feet in, you know, maybe slightly closed. And the only reason I don't like severely open like this is it puts your right side so close to the ball that sometimes we come over the top of it. See, I'm trying to fit this club this way. I want the club to come in front of me. If I get so far this way and the handle runs this way, the club's going to be so far behind me, it's easier to hit this fat and thin. I need the club to come out in front of me and blast the sand and throw the sand onto the green. So, I mean, just like any other shot, I mean, these mechanics, you know, are really universal through the swing. I don't want this club, see, this club has to work, it works behind me and then in front of me and around me. It doesn't work this way and pull the handle. See, the club's way too far behind my hands. So again, just left to center, dig my feet in. So that's why I even like slightly closed. It's easier to get the whole club in front of you. Okay, so we've got this hinge. We've got this hinge and the club is working in front of me. It's just another grain of sand. I'm just gonna go right around my left leg now. So we've got some setup features that we need to go through. We've got to get really good at that. You know, if you just set up correctly and just practice getting the sand out of the bunker, get it out of the lip, and don't even pay attention to the ball, set up correctly, you just get some speed. I think this will help you tremendously. Now, if you're still having trouble with the bunker, you can revisit some swing mechanics of getting the club back in front of you. Don't get your trail hip too close to the ball, because we want to have this club working around you and around in a circle this way, so the club can get back in front of my hands, never behind my hands. So again, good setup, give me some hinge, give me enough speed, get the sand out of the bunker, and hopefully your next bunker shot will be your best. For more tips like these or to schedule a live lesson, visit me at BillyFitzgeraldGolf.com.